YouTube's, it's entertainment, and entertainment is fleeting. You're in vogue one moment, and then you could be yesterday's news the next moment. So I thought, you know what, if I'm gonna wrench on the car in my own garage, I might as well film it. It started taking off. Like for me, the real big inflection point was the 430 oil change video when I catastrophically spilled oil everywhere and show my mistakes. That's how people learn. Fascination gets views. Felt like, okay, if we can dispel these myths, show some truths, show like reality of this stuff, it resonates.
What's been your best month just in revenue so far from YouTube?
I did some videos with Stradman. Anytime you have a bigger YouTuber and are able to do a collaboration with them, it's gonna help you out. I drag raced Cletus McFarland. I got pulled over on live PD. All three went viral and culminated with this live PD video that went over 1 million views. My channel gained almost 10,000 subscribers in 1 week. As far as revenue, back then the ads weren't paying quite as much as they do now, and I want to say it made like $4,000 or so. We've had some affiliates make, $3,000-4,000 in a month, which is pretty cool.
Like you yourself? Or?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
what were you affiliating with?
We no longer really do affiliate stuff. We want to sell it ourselves. And my thinking was, because of my background in software, I want people buying things on my website, because the more traffic comes to my website, the more Google's going to rank it higher, the more SEO we get, the better it is. So
what's been the most popular product or service that you've sold so far, and how much have you been able to make from it?
The most popular service is just our consultations. I mean, we've done, I'm going to say 300 plus consultations.
Wow.
And over the years, we've increased the price. Like I started off at, I think it's $150 an hour. And now we're up to $300 an hour.
Wow.
And so that one, honestly is like one of our most satisfying, because it's like, we're almost always helping a person buy their first Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always cool to relive that emotion and excitement and experience. Like I get to relive that experience through them buying their first car.
How do you distinguish yourself from the rest?
We've consistently shown how to work on these cars and the reality of these cars, and I think that's kind of what kind of separates us from others. I remember when Hoovie's car caught on fire and he finally went over 100,000 subscribers. Those were the videos that propelled them. I just want to be like, oh, well, it's in this video we take out the clutch, but like if I have some other person, they'd be like, oh my God, the car clutch exploded, and that's gonna get way more views than we took out the clutch in a Ferrari.
His most watched video is with him being pulled over by the police. Dan, why do you think that's been so popular?
I mean, it's because it's salacious, right? It's drama, and drama sells. I first got pulled over, I was really mad because I'm like, this is such BS. He basically made me about $5,000. So by giving me this ticket, all I had to do was put the front plate on the car, go to the court, show him a picture of it, and I got dismissed for $10. So that ticket cost me $10, and I made over $5,000 on that video. So glad that happened really early, because I learned a ton of lessons of how not to do a YouTube video, because I had this amazing, super dramatic content, and I edited it in a way that was too generous towards the cop. Always want to tell it with you in the best possible light, and it would have gotten even more views.
How do you keep coming up with fresh material?
There's some things that we've done, let's say 4 or 5 years ago, that probably we could film again because we could do it better and show it better and have it be more educational. I would come up with a title and then a thumbnail and then reverse engineer a video. And I'd say, okay, this is the title I want, this is the thumbnail I want, how do I make that video happen? And that actually was really effective.
How do you keep that excitement in your voice, in your body language, that just keeps people excited, to see you excited about driving the next F430?
Some of it's legit. Like some of it's, I'm actually excited. Like this is the most fun, awesome thing. Like, I mean, I'm so fortunate to be able to do this as my occupation. So I am legitimately excited when I get to drive these cars a lot of the time. I do have to remind myself when I'm filming, okay, smile, don't put on, don't put on resting bitch face. So it's actually, for me, harder on the DIY videos to have that projection and good content creation than when you're reviewing. Because when you're reviewing, I mean, you're driving a car that's exciting.
What have been some biggest mistakes that you see YouTubers make?
You always have to be hustling. If I don't produce content for an extended period of time, it is catastrophically punishing from the YouTube algorithm perspective. It takes me, like if I take a couple weeks off to go on vacation and I come back and I start producing videos, it can take me a month or two to get back to where I was. You are 100% going to be told the most awful things about you you've ever heard in your life every single day, over and over again. So you have to be in a very confident headspace to be able to do this. And it's not like, no one's immune to it. There are once in a while where like, oh, okay, that comment kind of got to me, and then I might reply in a way I don't like, and I'm like, shoot, I shouldn't have done that. I've replied to almost every single comment over the entire time I've been doing this. You're gonna hang out and watch my videos over and over and comment multiple times. It creates this relationship, it forms a community, and it makes you more interested and more involved, and you feel like you have this piece of the history of the channel that you helped create. The Howard Stern effect, right, where they talk about the people who hate him watch him more than the people who love him. And so you get these haters, and sure enough, they will spend tons of energy to go out of their way to crap on you. And so what's funny is, because this isn't a democracy and I just ban them as soon as they're idiots, they've gone to other places to bitch about me, which actually helps me. Because now they go somewhere else and they say, oh, did you see that asshole's video? And someone's like, no, I don't know who you're talking about. And they click on it and they come watch. So it's kind of like diabolically good,
But what's your take on, Instagram and TikTok and these other platforms? Do you think it's important to, publish on those channels as well?
Yes and no, right? Like you got to find, is there a substantial ROI and does it benefit what you're trying to accomplish? So for us, we've tried everything and nothing gave us the lift in our business like YouTube. So if you can produce a really helpful or really interesting piece of content that's going to endure time, it needs to be on YouTube. If you post something like that on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, it's gone in a day. Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok are really good for like super short duration, very interesting, in the moment things right now.